Yo, welcome back to Military Bread, where we talk all things military. Well, majority at least. I'm your host, Patrick Montgomery, aka Mont, and today we're addressing a topic that hits close to home for so many people in the military community. Mental health issues have been called the silent killer of soldiers, and today we're breaking the silence. And if you ever served, love someone who served, or just simply want to understand the weight of this issue, stay with me on the next few minutes, and this conversation honestly could save somebody's life. So why is this an issue? And let's start with some perspective. According to the Department of Defense, approximately 22 veterans take their own life every single day. Now let that sink in. That's nearly one person every hour. Someone who once wore that uniform, took that oath, willing to make the ultimate sacrifice. But now why is this happening? The military teaches, honestly, the military teach resilience, toughness, self-reliance. But in doing so, it often creates the unspoken rule: don't show weakness, don't ask for help. And for many soldiers, admitting the struggle of having a mental health issue, it feels like betrayal of the code. But here's the reality. The cost of the silence is devastating because it causes depression, anxiety, PTSD, substance abuse. Man, at this point, it's become a silent killer that hunts our brothers and sisters in uniform every single day. But let's address the biggest enemy in the room: PTSD and anxiety. One of the most common issues that soldiers face is post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Now imagine if you were deployed, your adrenaline is pumping 24/7, your senses honestly are constantly at high alert. You're in life or death situations regularly, and then one day it's all over. You're sent back home. For many soldiers transitioning back into the civilian life, it isn't simple. It's not simple just unpacking the duffel bag, taking out, the flashbacks, the nightmares, the hypervigilance. It's not easy. The loud noises become triggers. The crowded spaces make it feel like a war zone. PTSD isn't just a memory. It's the body and the brain relieving trauma over and over again. And then there's the anxiety. Imagine being trained to expect the worst, to scan every situation for danger, only to come home where, that skill is no longer, serves you any purpose, but it traps you instead. Anxiety feels like being in combat all over again, but you're only standing in your living room. But this is the price you have to pay for seeking help. Here's something that needs to be said. Seeking help in the military still carries a stigma. Soldiers worry about their careers, their security clearances, and how they may be perceived if they admit that they're struggling. This fear stops so many people from reaching out, and before you know it, it's too late. And let me tell you this, asking for help isn't a weakness, it's survival, it's strength. But people don't even understand. And now I want to get personal for a second. Like, as a veteran myself, I've seen what this looks like close up. I've seen the smiles that hide the pain, the jokes that cover up the hurt, and sadly, that phone call no one wants to receive when someone loses their fight. This isn't just a military issue, it's a human issue. And that's why we're talking about it today, because every soldier deserves to know they're not alone. So what can be done? What do we need to do? I mean, honestly, I feel like, first of all, we need to break the stigma. Mental health isn't just a taboo subject, but it's part of who we are. Commanders, NCOs, fellow soldiers, we need to create an environment that is okay to talk about these struggles. Second, we need to have better access to some of these resources, programs, like the VA's mental health hotline, telehealth counseling, organizations like the Wounded Warrior Project, Mission 22. Now, I admit they are incredible tools to have at our disposal. But here's the thing, resources only work if the soldiers are empowered to use them. And I'm gonna say this now, why I have you on, why I have you on the podcast or whatever. If you're someone that's struggling, or you know someone that's struggling, the VA crisis hotline is available 24/7. I mean, all you gotta do is call 1-800-273-8255 and just press 1. Now, this is where I need people, to really put in the work, put in the effort, like help your fellow soldier. This conversation isn't the end, but I feel like you need to share this. Honestly, share this video or talk to a friend. Reach out to Battle Buddies. If you're watching this now and you're struggling, know that you're not in it alone. You're valued. You're loved. And there's help. But I want to make this a community where we stand together, both off and on the battlefield, man. The silent killer of soldiers isn't the enemy with the gun, but it's the enemy within. But together we can fight back. Together we can make sure that no one has to fight their battles alone. But that's all I have for you guys today, man. Thank you for being a part of this conversation today. And if this video honestly resonates with you or whatever, leave a comment, share a story. Just let everyone know that, you're not in this by yourself, but we in this together. But that's all I got for you guys today, man. See you next time on Military Bread. Hey, that's it.